Our top story tonight, Governor Gov Abbott says he no longer has COVID.
Yeah, in a video posted on social media, the governor says he got a negative COVID test today. Governor Abbott, who is fully vaccinated, tested positive on Tuesday. He's been in isolation at the governor's mansion.
Just a day before his positive test results, the governor attended an indoor event in Collin County. The governor used the video shared today to urge more Texans to now get vaccinated.
I'm told that my infection was brief and mild because of the vaccination that I received. So I encourage others who have not yet received the vaccination to consider getting one. My wife also continues to test negative.
The governor goes on to say that he'll be working towards opening more infusion centers for antibody therapy across Texas. For now, he's staying isolated upon doctors' requests. And new tonight, JVSA announcing they will now have booster shots for those beneficiaries who are immunocompromised. Beginning this coming Monday, the San Antonio market will be offering third doses of the Pfizer vaccine. The CDC recommends a third dose at least 28 days after a second dose of Pfizer or Moderna. This includes those receiving cancer treatment, organ transplants, stem cell, people with HIV, and more. For details on a full list of who qualifies, head to ksat.com.
Taking a look at other stories we're following tonight. New developments for a stabbing we first told you about on the news at 5. San Antonio police have arrested a suspect in connection with the stabbing off of South New Braunfels near I-37 South. That incident happened around 2:30 p.m. over on the southeast side. San Antonio police say an 18-year-old was allegedly stabbed by his taxi driver. That teen was taken to BAMC in critical condition. Hours later, police were able to use a tracking device to locate that taxi driver. He was found at an HEB near San Pedro and Olmos. That's where he was taken into custody. Police say it's still unclear what led to that stabbing.
Also new tonight, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office announcing the death of an inmate who was found unresponsive in the booking section of the jail. The inmate was discovered around 11:40 a.m. today. Detention and medical staff began performing life-saving measures. However, the 66-year-old inmate was pronounced dead by SAFD nearly 25 minutes later. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office is working to determine the inmate's cause of death.
We now know the name of a woman who was hit and killed while riding her bike earlier this week over on the north side. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified her as 39-year-old Cynthia Person. That crash happened Thursday morning at the intersection of Wurzbach Parkway and North Weidner Road. San Antonio police say Person didn't stop at the red light and kept going, resulting in her being hit by a car. Person was pronounced dead at the scene. Also during that crash, police say Person's boyfriend allegedly pulled a machete and threatened the driver. A witness intervened. That driver not expected to face any charges.
A shooting suspect in custody, one person critically injured, and 2 lives lost. That was the outcome of a triple shooting from earlier this month. Today, the family of the 2 fatal victims meeting up at a celebration of life event. Now, I spoke with those who knew the victims closely. They say they are grateful the person allegedly responsible has been caught.
They really were a set of angels, honestly.
Together, friends and family of both 28-year-old Serena K. Bain and 38-year-old Jonathan Fan gathering for a celebration of life event in their honor. The 2 died earlier this month after Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say a dispute escalated into a shooting near Loop 1604 and Roddy Road. That shooting resulting in the death of Bain and Fan, while also critically injuring a 3rd victim. Deputies say this man, Fernando Rojas, was responsible for the fatal shooting. He was arrested after deputies found him in Las Vegas.
I just feel like a piece of my soul has just been ripped out of my chest, you know. I'll never get it back.
That man needed to be caught. You know, he took 2 people's lives. You know, that meant the world to a lot of people.
During the celebration, people enjoyed food, music, and memories, both of Bain.
She lived her life every day trying to protect somebody.
A free spirit, you know, like I said, she was just so genuinely like an amazing soul.
And Fan.
Always willing to help if you had any car problems, if you didn't have a place to go, like he was always the man that people called.
He can make anything funny. And just you have that awkward moment where you look over at him and he just gives you that smile like,
The family say they're going to continue to pray for each other as they mourn.
They're with each other, so as long as he's got her with him, then they know that he's going to be protected.
Now, friends have identified the 3rd victim, who is now at home recovering from his injuries, as Joe Bunch. As for the suspect, Rojas, he's facing 2 felony murder charges. An argument between two people ended up with one person being shot at several times and the other in police custody. The shooting happened just before midnight Friday at a home off Wild Turkey West, not far from Thousand Oaks Drive in Henderson Pass. San Antonio police say the homeowner asked the other man to leave after staying with him for a few days. Well, the man refused and an argument began. Eventually, police say the homeowner allegedly shot at the man several times, following him into the backyard. When police arrived, the homeowner told police that the man was in the backyard. He suffered a gunshot wound to the chest and was taken to BAMC in critical condition. So far, no charges have been filed.
A woman is in serious condition after San Antonio police say she got caught in the middle of a street racing crash over on the west side. That crash happened just after 1:30 this morning near Bandera Road and Bloomfield Drive. Police say two Dodge Challengers were allegedly racing when they hit the woman who was crossing the street. That woman taken to University Hospital with severe injuries to her legs. Police say neither of the drivers stopped after the crash.
Plumes of smoke filling the air today in Hockley, Texas. That's about 35 miles northwest of Houston. The smoke coming from a large industrial fire. Now take a look at this. The thick smoke could be seen as far as 15 miles away, according to Harris County Fire Marshal spokesperson. They also say the fire began when steel drums fell over inside the facility that handles recycled plastics and other chemical materials. Nearby roads were closed while crews battled the fire.
Back here at home, high school seniors are getting an up-close look at what it takes to be a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy. Today, kicking off the BCSO Career Camp. The 9 Team's John Paul Barajas explains how they are hoping to bring in more recruits.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Department is looking for new and young recruits. They're heading to classrooms to find high school seniors who have an interest in law enforcement and introducing them to their career camp.
It's going to be giving them an overall view of the sheriff's office. We're going to start processing them so that when they graduate, they're able to start their employment, start their career with us.
Sheriff Javier Salazar explains the camp, which runs every third Saturday of the month, will go over de-escalation techniques, combat medical training, law enforcement tactics, and self-defense, just to name a few of the topics.
Because I want y'all to be excited, right? I want y'all to be excited about it. So bring a friend. They need to be a senior.
This year, camp's starting early. The goal, to get more recruits and to be able to meet with students before some choose the armed forces.
It's absolutely admirable for those that want to serve our country and join the military. We're letting them know early on that, look, we're also an option for you as well. We realized that had we done it earlier in the year, we probably could have doubled or tripled that number of kiddos that were coming in. And so today, I think we've got about 12 in the class, but I think that as the school year goes on and as we have more career camp sessions, I think this group's going to grow.
Today, those in attendance were shown around the Sheriff's Department's headquarters and given some personal insight, not just on what to expect on the job, but about benefits as well.
There's things that they can start doing now to make sure that their retirement years are better. So that's why we want to get the parents involved for sure.
And the sheriff said today they had 12 kids in attendance, and as he mentioned in the story, he believes that number will grow. And if you know a high school senior who wants to join or is interested, all they have to do is show up to the program and participate, or they can email the Sheriff's Department, and we'll have that link on our website. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
John Paul, thank you. Now, tomorrow, GMSA will be speaking with the president and CEO at North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. Some topics of discussion will be the new companies arriving in San Antonio, the future of our economy, and more. That's happening at 8 a.m. You can submit your questions right now at ksat.com.
Outside with Live Camp tonight. Hope your weekend got off to a great start today. A few lucky yards. Picked up a little bit of rain this afternoon. We had some spotty downpours moving through, a few rumbles of thunder as well. But mainly just some pockets of brief heavy rain. Didn't result or add up to much at the airport. Just a trace of rain reported today. Our high temperature this afternoon for the 4th day in a row, 98 degrees. We're going to get right there or very, very close to that triple-digit mark over the next several days. Even tomorrow, I think we could jump up to 99. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if we touch 100 tomorrow into Monday, Tuesday of next week. No rain chance tomorrow or for the next few days. We'll toss some low-end rain chances back in by the middle of next week. We'll talk more about that. Get you ready for the rest of the weekend coming up in just a bit.
Still ahead on the Night Beat, a couple, their 1-year-old daughter, and a family pet all found dead in the Sierra National Forest. Why California officials are now pointing to toxic algae as the possible culprit. Plus, fighting against time. That's what White House officials are saying in regards to getting troops out of Afghanistan tonight. We have the latest on those efforts.
And it's been around 30 years since the New England area has had to brace for a hurricane. What residents can expect there as Hurricane Henri inches closer.